After hearing what Jovia said, Tianqi was dumbfounded in shock. He was surprised and asked, "You mean, Fredman offended Mr. Wade?" "Yeah." Jovia nodded repeatedly, and said, "And the offending seems to be quite terrible. He actually ranted to Mr. Wade's wife and offered Mr. Wade's wife 10 million to sleep with him." Tianqi was furious, and this Fredman Wilson was guilty of the bear heart and leopard, dare to provoke Mr. Wade? Mr. Wade has the kindness to reinvent himself. Compared with him, what is Fredman Wilson worth? Yes, his father helped him back then, but after so many years of helping this family treat illnesses and saving its people, he has already repaid their favors thousands of times. What's more, his father is gone, and he doesn't owe him anything. If he has simply something wrong with himself, he can save him, and of course, it is his duty to save him. But if he messes with Mr. Wade, then sorry. The enemy of Mr. Wade is his enemy. Thinking of this, Tianqi darkened his face and stepped to Fredman Wilson's face. Fredman Wilson couldn't help feeling a little nervous when he saw him coming in with a calm face. Before he could ask, Tianqi took the lead and asked in a cold tone, "I ask you, did you offend a person named Charlie Wade today?" Fredman Wilson nodded and said, "Uncle Shi actually knows it too? That smelly rag actually made me embarrassed in public. Sooner or later, I will kill him. He will not be stumbling for a few days. Uncle Shi doesn't have to worry." Tianqi sneered, pointed outside, and shouted, "Get out of here." Fredman Wilson was stunned immediately, and said in surprise, "Uncle Shi, what's the matter?" Tianqi said in a loud voice, "Don't call me uncle. From now on, I am cutting off from you and your family, and I will have nothing to do with you." Fredman Wilson was frightened. With Tianqi here, he and his family could be said to have lost their lives. After all, making money is easy, but the life extension is difficult. If he turned his face with Tianqi and returned to the family, it would not be better. More importantly, if he turns his face with him, wouldn't he give himself the half-magic medicine? What about your own roots? What about the happiness of the lower body and the second half of life? So he asked eagerly, "Uncle Shi, what the H*LL is going on? Did you make a mistake?" Tianqi snorted coldly, and said, "I tell you. Mr. Wade is not only my savior, but also the only true dragon in the world. If you dare to disrespect Mr. Charlie, it is tantamount to hitting me Tianqi in the face. For your father's face, I won't clean up you today, so let you go. Don't show up in front of me in the future." "Mr. Wade? Real dragon?" Fredman Wilson hurriedly said, "Uncle Shi, you too, are you always confused and deceived by that smelly rug? What kind of master or real dragon is he? Isn't he just a son-in-law? A hanging rug? He joined the Wilson family, treated me as a guest, and gave me his sister-in-law Wendy to accompany me on the bed. Compared with me, he is a hairy man." Speaking of this, Fredman Wilson said again, "Uncle Shi, this kind of smelly rug is worthy of your maintenance, and even the decades of friendship between our two families are ignored? Be it starred." Tianqi was furious when he heard this. He picked up the medicine pestle next to him and slammed Fredman Wilson's head fiercely. He cursed, "You still dare to speak rudely to Mr. Wade? Get out of here." Fredman Wilson didn't escape, but Tianqi smashed his forehead with a pill, grinning in pain, and a big bag instantly popped up. He grinned and stared and cursed, "Mr. Shi, you are so old-eyed. Don't worry about believing that kind of liar, even you dare to beat me. I farking kill you." After speaking, he raised his chair and was about to smash it towards Tianqi. Although Tianqi is older, he is also a practitioner. After the old wounds in his body were cured by Charlie's magic medicine, his body was more agile and flexible, which was not comparable to an obese middle-aged person like Fredman Wilson. As a result, Tianqi dodged dexterously, avoiding the bench that Fredman Wilson smashed over. Fredman Wilson knocked it down, raised a chair, gritted his teeth, and said, surnamed Shi. If you want to survive, you can obediently take out the half of the medicine. Otherwise, I will kill you today. B** starred, do you still want to beat my grandfather? I'll kill you. Jovia was so angry that she rolled up her sleeves and rushed towards him. The Orus Hill family, who has really studied traditional medicine for many years, has also learned martial arts more or less. This is especially true of the Shi family. The Shi family is not only a master of traditional medicine, but also a family of martial arts. Even the granddaughter Jovia, who is a foreigner, has also practiced good kung fu. It's more than enough. Before Fredman Wilson recovered, he was kicked to the ground by Jovia. Then, Jovia put her cloth shoes against his throat and said coldly, "If you don't roll anymore, don't blame me for being impolite." Knowing that he is not Jovia's opponent, Fredman Wilson hurriedly escaped from clinic. Before leaving, he would still curse and threaten, "The surname Shi, you will wait for me. Today's hatred, I will definitely find you in the future. Remember me." It starred thing. Tianqi angrily scolded, "Get out of here. Never let me see you again."